Okay, today this is about the Jani-Song, and let's go over it here. Okay, Michael Janich created this masterpiece. Okay, the original one was made by Blackhawk Blades, released in 2008, certificate of authenticity. Now, not all of them came out with it, but I was one of the first to get it when it was released. Came with the instructional DVD. Okay, there was only 50 of them made, and with good reason. I can understand why. There's a lot of parts involved, a lot of craftsmanship involved in this. But here's the cool thing about this knife. This knife, basically, Michael Janich, total genius, took a knife, the Balisong, which has been around, what, 400 years or so. Tried, tested, and true. It's an awesome knife, but he made it even better. Okay, how did he make it better? Well, one way is he's got ambidextrous, a lock on each side. Okay, and it locks it from the bottom here. Okay, but the main thing is you put this inner guard, this guard here. So when the knife is in your hand, orientated in your hand here, it's virtually impossible for you to actually cut your hand. Okay, well, anyway, let's get into this here. Okay, so basically, this is the original Blackhawk Jani-Song, and it is a very fun knife to wield, and it's hard to do it how I'm sitting doing this here, so that's why I'm not doing it very fast. Okay, but in any case, it's very fun. You can even see the YouTube clips on it, which has that DVD. The whole thing is on YouTube. Okay, I suggest you watch it because it's very cool. But it's the way I look at this knife. You wield this knife. You don't play with it. You got to wield it. It's just there's a method to it. Oops. And it's just fun. It really is. Okay, so this is the original Blackhawk Jani-Song. Okay, see, and it locks the blade in the back here. Okay, that's the original. So they only made 50 of those, and years later, I forget what year, but later on, Michael Janich cut a deal with Spyderco. So Spyderco, yay, Spyderco took on a second run of them. I don't know how many were made by Spyderco, but one of the differences is the Spyderco is made in Taiwan. Now, nothing against that. In fact, I will go ahead and say I prefer a lot of knives made in Taiwan rather than China. I like the quality of the Taiwanese made ones. In fact, like Demco has some that are made in Taiwan, and they're great. Okay, but for some reason, apparently the laws, import laws or whatever, the Spyderco ones that were made in Taiwan were not released in America. Okay, in fact, I got this from a dealer in France. Okay, now another weird thing I found is because it was made in Taiwan, they orientate it for a left-handed user. Okay, note the belt clip is up top here. It'll fall out. This is made orientated for a left-hander. So I did not move. If you put the clip on the other side there, then it will be for a right-hander, but keeping it original. Okay, Same thing, Spyderco. Now you notice there's subtle differences here. Subtle little differences. But the number one difference, well, okay, let me just go with the differences. The Blackhawk was made in the United States. The Spyderco, an American company, outsourced it. It was made in Taiwan. The original Blackhawk, main difference between the Blackhawk and the Spyderco, it's much faster and smoother. Okay, how do I explain this? Whatever washers, there's less tension in this Blackhawk. I don't know if it's the, what do you call it, the sticky. The Spyderco, it's like thicker washers. There's more resistance. It's not as fast. So there is a difference between the two. I guess the big takeaway on this is that the original is definitely better. There was only 50 made. They're pretty rare. They're both excellent knives. They're both extremely fun. I'm not sure how many of the Spydercos were made. You can pick them up. They're still available here and there. They come up for sale. The Blackhawks, very rare. Very hard to get. I'm glad I got mine back in 2008. But anyway, great knife. Highly collectible. Incredibly fun. And they're little known to a lot of people, but they're just definitely, it was definitely a major innovation for balisongs. Michael Janich is just a genius. He just took a knife that's been around for, a knife style that's been around for 400 plus years. Balisongs are cool, love them. Please don't call it a butterfly. That's just demeaning to it, okay? He took that knife and just upgraded it, made it so much better. I mean, it's just awesome. So this is the Michael Janich Jani-Song. The Blackhawks are the best, only 50 made. The Spyderco ones, I don't know how many were made, but they're still available. You can still pick them up from time to time here and there or whatever. But if you ever get a chance, I highly recommend to at least hold one. Just try it. Even if you can't buy it, if you're at a knife show or whatever. But pick one up if you can. They are awesome. One of the best knives I've ever handled. Love them. Can't recommend them enough. But anyway, thanks a lot, Michael Janich. I appreciate you more than you know. You're awesome. Thank you so much for inventing such a cool knife. All right, till next time.